Hey lovers, how you doing? Good day wherever you are in the world. Good morning, afternoon, or evening. Welcome to another exciting episode on Connecting the Mind and Soul. And I remain your host, Jumoke Ogunsuwada. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be talking about sex toys. Now, you heard me, sex toys. Now, we know it's pleasurable, enjoyable, it's sweet, it's fun, and it's exciting. I know some people use it to relieve themselves of stress. When you're tired and you use the right tools, the right way, and you get to the right bus stop. Some people just slip off. Now, don't look at me that way. I'm not talking from experience, I'm talking from research. And for some, it's just for them to get into the fantasy, the sexual desires. Imagine getting to that planet called Cloud 9 and you're getting to that bus stop called orgasm. It's crazy, right? It takes you to places that you don't even think you could have ever gotten to. It's madly, the things that it does to your body is crazy. For those that have used it before, not people like me, I'm just talking from research, like I said. And for some, I think it's because maybe they don't have partners or their partners are far away, or the disheartening one, the ones that the partners cannot satisfy. And for those ones, I think they have more of the disadvantages than the advantages. But I'll get to that later. So concerning the sex toys that I was talking about, now we all know what it does to the body, and we know it has good advantages. It has helped a lot of women, and even in business, because it's really, really booming in business. If you're into sex toys business, you'll know what I'm talking about. Because there was a time, when Punch carried it and said it was actually helping during recession. Those that were into sex toy business. But it's just sad in that it's really taking people away from people. It's taking people away from people. Now, let me break that down. It's replacing people in people's life. And it's really disheartening. And we know what has advantages, but at the same time, when the disadvantages is at a costly price, then we know it's not a good bargain. We all know less is more. But then I went and did some research, and for the disadvantages, um, we have addiction. And it's true because nowadays you see young girls, even as young as, them being in their 20s, they go around in their purse, in their pocket with sex toys. They do this challenge where even couples do it. They put vibration in themselves, and there will be a time, I don't know, I think it's a remote, and they start to remote themselves, and the more you can keep calm, and the more, I don't know, but to them it's fun. It's all these fantasies and all these desires, because you can't even say one or two things. The next thing you hear is, what's your sexual fantasy, what's your sexual desire? And I think it is eating deeply into the society, and people are becoming to get crazy over what is not. I know the benefits is, the advantages is good. I know it's pleasurable, but then I feel the side effects to all this is getting crazier, and we need to be careful. And to the extent that we have this unrealistic expectation of the opposite partner. Now, I'm going to tell the story of someone that I know whose sex drive, because the husband is not a 2 minute man like they do say. It's okay, but I think our own sex drive is way more than the husband's sex drive. So along the line of trying to balance it all, she introduced to her husband sex toys. Eventually, the husband agreed, and they started, with all this foreplay and things like that. And they went on with sex toys and things like that. But then it got to a stage. I'm sorry, I'm laughing. But it got to a stage where when the husband now wants to pick up his own pace, she'll be like, "Oh, still wait. We haven't used this. We haven't used that." And or let's still continue with this. So the husband was feeling left out of the whole scenario. I mean, imagine competing with a machine. Imagine competing with a toy. I mean, it's as crazy as that. But sadly, that is what is going on. And to the extent that the husband started losing interest in sleeping with the wife, and the wife was getting more addicted to the sex toy, and she was having this unrealistic expectation from her husband, because whenever the husband penetrates, I mean, it's then she'll be like, "Oh, you're not touching here, you're not reaching here," and the man will start to go on and go on and go there, as if his life, as if his life depends on it. And to this time, I can tell you, the man hardly approaches the wife anymore, because he's getting his own sex drive from outside. Those that will appreciate the little that he's doing is getting it from outside. And she is already addicted to all these toys. I can't tell you how many toys this woman has. Although there's some that she keeps away from the husband, and there's some that, the husband clearly knows about. But then she's not satisfied, because I don't think this thing will ever satisfy you. I think once you're too much into it, it just keeps creating this void in you, to want more and more and more and more. And it's really, really saddening, really. And I just wish we as women, because I think women buy it more, they buy it more than the men. I mean, if you check the percentage of women using it compared to the men is high. So I just believe women should, we should start to understand that it is madness and craziness to compare men to toys, to machines. I mean, I know of some relationships that has gone, over the fence, because they believe the man cannot satisfy them. Now, it's not the man that is not satisfying you. It is your desires, your fantasies that is getting more and more and more and more. I mean, I don't know if most of you see all the sex toys, but there are lots and tons of different types. And to tell you the truth, it's killing marriages. And surprisingly, most of the users are married women. Yes, most of the users are married. Though we know that some men who hardly touch their wives. And that's another story for another day. I'm not going to talk about that today. But then, most of the users are married women. And prior to the advantages that I was talking about, you can't be using this and not getting the right tool from your partner, I mean, the right skill from your partner. You're prone to cheat. You're just prone to cheat, because you will start looking for who can, meet that expectation that you keep bringing up in your head. Then when you see this one is also not meeting up, you move to another person, thinking that person is with his physique and with the way he looks is going to meet up to your fantasies. And you get there and you'll be disappointed again, because machines never get tired. People do get tired. Machines go on and on and on, but we human are just, I mean, this thing shouldn't last for more than few minutes. I don't know, for those who are saying hours, are saying 30 minutes. I don't know what they're using. Please let us come down to earth. Let us know that these things, when it comes to human, are not realistic. We need to come down as women, because nowadays I hear, I can even talk to my friends. I'm like, "Oh, have you gotten so sex toy? Or do you know so sex toy? Or do you know critical sex?" I'm like, "What is going on? Are we leaving men? Please don't leave your men. Don't leave human beings for robots, for toys." Anyways, that is all I'm going to say on today's episode. But come next week, I'm going to have something more juicy for you. Okay? So please do not forget to follow. Please press that follow button. And please don't forget to like, comment, and share. And on Instagram and on TikTok, it is CMS_with Jumoke. And on YouTube, it is connecting the minds and souls. Please, there's S at the back of every mind and souls. And our email address is connecting the minds and souls at gmail.com. And until I tune in again next week, stay blessed, stay shining, stay handsome, stay beautiful. Bye bye.